Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a seriously empowering idea drawn straight from Chris Guillebeau's game-changing book, The $100 Startup. Imagine actually launching a microbusiness, totally escaping that traditional daily grind and doing the whole shebang on an absolute shoestring budget. Well, we're going to break down exactly how everyday people are pulling this off right now, using a highly structured, step-by-step blueprint. Okay, let's dive into this. Can you truly build a successful business with just $100? For decades, society has basically hammered it into our heads that to start a company, you absolutely need massive capital, a whole suite of angel investors, or a fancy business degree from a top-tier school. But today, we are completely dismantling that myth. You literally don't need any of those things. Here's the roadmap for our explainer today. 1. The new startup revolution. 2. Finding your convergence point. 3. Crafting a valuable offer. 4. Action over perfect planning. And finally, 5. Designing your ultimate freedom. This is your chronological, action-oriented blueprint. We're going to take you from that very first spark of an idea all the way to ultimate lifestyle freedom. Section 1. The new startup revolution. $50,000. Now, that's the revenue generated by an entrepreneur named Brandon after he invested less than $100 to write and publish a simple ebook. It's wild, right? Thanks to this incredible internet renaissance we're living through, everyday folks are completely taking control of their financial destinies. Whether you've recently lost a job, or maybe you're just a completely bored 9-to-5er looking for a way out of the cubicle, this digital boom means you can build a micro-business with almost zero overhead. It is the ultimate proof that highly focused micro-investments can yield absolutely massive returns. And that brings us to a really fundamental realization. You don't need a massive plan or big investors. You just need a paradigm shift. The very first step to starting your business actually isn't about running out and trying to raise money. It's entirely about changing how you think about yourself. You have to recognize that you already possess the power and the tools to create a business today. It's a mental shift. You must see yourself as a capable entrepreneur right out of the gate. Section 2. Finding your convergence point. What is your specific skill? And this brilliantly illustrates the concept of convergence. Because look, we all have interests, hobbies, things we just do for fun, right? But how do we turn those specific skills into a thriving business? Well, on one hand, we have pure passions. Things like, painting tiny dragons or listening to music in your room. Sure, they're super fun hobbies, but if absolutely no one is buying them, it's just not a business. On the other hand, we have market value. Say you love history. Creating a history exam prep site for struggling students provides immense, measurable value. Convergence is that exact golden intersection where your passion means what people will actually pay for. You don't need to invent a flying car to be an entrepreneur. Actually, everyday jobs can be transformed into instant consultant businesses just by focusing on specific, immediate solutions. A gardener, for instance, can pivot to offering a specialized tree planting service that immediately beautifies homes. A beautician can focus strictly on pimple removal, giving clients instant, clear skin confidence. Or a teacher. They can step right out of the classroom and create online videos that help kids pass crucial exams. The trick here is to avoid being some vague, generalized life coach and instead become a master at solving specific, immediate problems for people. Section 3. Crafting a valuable offer. So now that we've found our convergence point, it's time to turn that brilliant intersection of passion and value into an actual, tangible thing that people can pull out their wallets and buy. This comes down to a beautifully simple magic formula in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is the product. You must convert your abstract idea into a tangible offering. Step 2 is people. You have to take that product and put it right in front of the proper target audience. And step 3 is payment. You actually need a mechanism to get paid for the value you're delivering. It's a beautifully straightforward structure for your new micro business, wouldn't you agree? But what makes a product actually sell? First off, you gotta give them the fish. Don't just teach them how to fish, solve their problem directly. Take an entrepreneur like Benny, for example. Instead of writing a super generic, boring language guide, he created a highly specific learn a language in 3 months guide. It offered immediate, tangible results. Plus, your product needs to spark happiness the exact moment the proverbial packet opens. Think about that instant satisfaction of opening a fresh bag of chips, putting on a brand new pair of perfectly fitting shoes, or turning on a new smartphone for the first time. Your offer needs to deliver that exact same burst of joy. Section 4. Action over perfect planning. Now, I really want to warn you about a trap that catches so many incredibly smart people. The trap of endless, detailed planning. If you think you need some 50-page document bound in a fancy leather folder to start a business, actually scratch that. You just don't. The one-page business plan is incredibly simple. All it requires is your product idea, your target customers, an advertising budget, and your immediate action steps. And that is literally it. Waiting around trying to write the perfect business plan will absolutely kill your motivation before you even launch. So the crucial point is this: action is bigger than the plan. You can spend months and months drafting the perfect business strategy in a complete vacuum, but the market is the only true test of a product's worth. Your minimum viable offer needs to hit the market fast so you can actually see what works and what doesn't. Let's look at the speed of execution in reality. Day 1, build a simple guide. Day 2, put it on the market. Day 3, gather real customer feedback. There's this one entrepreneur who built a simple guide on airline miles using this exact timeline. He didn't spend 6 months agonizing over font choices. He just started selling it immediately. And he proved that getting real feedback from actual paying customers is infinitely more valuable than planning alone in an empty room. Section 5. Designing your ultimate freedom. You see, the $100 startup isn't just about making a little extra cash on the side. It's highly aspirational. It's really about what this micro-business actually buys you in terms of your life. Consider the roaming entrepreneur. This is someone running a startup from literally anywhere in the world, whether that's a sunny beach in Bali, a bustling cafe in Singapore, or a cozy apartment in Paris. They prioritize freedom of time and location over sitting at a traditional 9-to-5 desk. For a lot of these founders, this is the ultimate goal. With just a laptop, time and location independence are no longer some pipe dream. They're entirely possible. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that success is deeply personal. It's totally about living life on your own terms. Consider the story of a graphic designer who left a high-stress, high-paying agency job to work from a quiet cabin out in the forest. Now, they might have been making a bit less money overall, but they gained ultimate happiness and freedom. And honestly, that is the true power and the real life-changing value of the $100 startup model. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, provocative question to think about. What small solution can you test today to open your door to freedom? You don't need a huge budget, and you certainly don't need anyone's permission. You just need a skill, a market, and a willingness to take that first action. So take your $100 idea, get out there, and start building your own freedom today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and keep learning.